Hello, Sagittarius rising. This is Mandy Ray of Ecstatic Astrology for your December 2023 forecast. Sorry for the delay. I've been under the weather. My whole family's been under the weather. It's been interesting. So hopefully we can get this done. And we're going to talk about the new moon in Sag, which was December 12th. I'm recording this on December 15th. This new moon in Sag is in your first house of self, who I am as a person, my independence, my identity, my instincts. Okay. And it's a new phase there, but it was square to Neptune and Pisces. And this theme's going to come up again and again and again this month. So Neptune is a little bit, can be lack of clarity. It can also be inspiration, but a square indicates tension. And a lot of times a square to Neptune is just existential. Okay. And it's Neptune's in your fourth house of home and family and security. So there is a square going on there most of the month. If it's not the sun, it's Mercury and Mars, and it's going to be just showing back up and back up. How do I fit in? Am I emotionally secure? Am I able to nurture myself? Do I be independent? Do I count on these people? I mean, it's kind of lack of clarity about how you feel sometimes. In fact, the 16th is the exact sun square Neptune. And then again, the 27th and 28th, Mercury and Mars square Neptune from these areas. So you're going to have this come up again and again. Myself versus my emotional security, my independence versus maybe needing roots, right? It could even be literal home versus what I want to be doing out in the world or how to be seen. So let's actually go ahead and go to Mercury retrograde because that's actually going to eventually end up back in Sagittarius. Right now, it's in Capricorn, though. That's your second house of finances. So there is a little bit of a rethought about how you structure that area of your life going on right now. Luckily, it's supported by a trine to Jupiter on the 18th. Jupiter's in your sixth house of work, service, health, and habits. So there does seem to be something working. However, Mercury is retrograde. So what's actually the good thing probably is an awareness of what you need to do and what needs to be redone in this area. So that's going to happen again January 19th with both direct. And I think that's when we come to an awareness that, yeah, this is making sense. Someone decided to start vacuuming when I talked about Mercury retrograde. Isn't that hilarious? Hope it's not too loud. So then we have Mercury retrograding back into Sagittarius on the 23rd. Whoops, right here. All right, so here's the 23rd. Mercury retrograde in Sag. That's you, your identity, what you identify with, the philosophy around what you put out in the world and how you go through the world. Okay, so Mercury retrograde in Sag is going to be a philosophical rethinking of who you are as a person, basically. Maybe a little bit of a relationship flair to that. It's going to immediately square Neptune and Pisces, home, family, emotional security, integrity. So again, how do I feel about what I'm doing out in the world comes up. And that's going to peak again the 27th and 28th. But we have something very supportive coming in on the day after Christmas that I think is going to ease this frustration a little. And it's the full moon in Sag. Oh gosh, Cancer. Sagittarius, I'm so sorry about that. Which is your eighth house of empowerment, shared resources, other people's money, desires. And it seems like an investment you made may be paying off around this time. Why? Because there's a trine to Saturn in Pisces, home, family, emotional security. Now, the eighth house also rules inheritance. So there could be that going on in your life. I don't know. And it's sextile to Jupiter in Taurus, which is opportunity, sixth house of work, service, habits, health, and healing. So maybe it's just feeling like you can do something that adds to your resources. The sun will be in Capricorn, trine to Jupiter in Taurus, the sixth house. So there's a sense I'm going to work towards my own emotional security, my own sufficiency, my own money, and be empowered through that. I love that. And I think, maybe the square from self to how you feel is like maybe getting back out there and doing something, even though, it doesn't feel great right this moment or something like that. The only other thing is Venus moves into your first house of self, independence, identity, instincts. It will square Saturn pretty immediately, bringing up these two themes again, how I feel versus who I am and how I put myself out there and how people perceive me. And do I feel secure in my home and my family and my identity? that kind of thing. But it will be nice to have Venus there because Venus and Jupiter are in mutual reception. So I do think getting back to work or working on your health, working on your habits, getting organized, all that will actually be a good thing for you. And Jupiter goes direct on the 30th. Yay. So that's going to also move forward the sixth house, maybe being busy. All right. So that's December for you, Sag rising. I wish you the best. And I hope that you have happy holidays. And I will see you in January for the January 2024 update. I'm also going to do a deep dive workshop into 2024. If you want to join, be watching for that stuff. Thanks for tuning in. I'll catch you on the flip side.